Good Sunday morning, and today on 20th of July we are going to do a brisk walk and meet up into the nature along with friends from uni and sports. A mixed meetup that this time since sports are limited, we this time we didn't invite those fresher acquaintance who we have just seen during some events. Instead, we invited only them who we have met on particular dates of ours. And last evening I posted these pictures with the white-tailed deer. The crows have also a lot of to say because they weren't included. But indeed, this pictures with the white-tailed deer fam. There were a total of 6 deers, and they are the daddy and mom, the youngest who came the closest here. And then the next day I saw the same fam again, quite near on another field, and here in front of this field was the field owned by Northern Lapwings, where this swan couple arrived. But quite surprisingly, they were in the most heartfelt vibe together here. Northern Lapwings along the field, and they didn't squeak or bark at each other at all. Unlike Northern Lapwings have conquered the field in a way that quite none other birds are able to enter, but I was surprised. The whooper swans were let in the most peaceful way possible. And the lapwings didn't chase them at all. They didn't squeak. They didn't do nothing. But this was this first photo. If you see closely, there's also a rabbit there and another bird. What is the English name of this bird? Keltasirkku. Emperisa citrinella is the Latin name at least. But let's see if I pull out another IG post this morning before that meetup. I got some lined up since I've been working on that poetry diary book, transcribing it and translating it, and it's time to reveal the mojo for people. That will be something available sooner or later. So what kind of photo I will metaphorically imbue with this message from 12 years ago, but symbolically. a metaphorical symbol is that 12 years ago, around the time when I also hand wrote this poetry diary book in the fourth language of mine, I also was about to plant gingo trees, the seeds, the hard shell seeds, and I am doing it now. Instead of planting them back then, they were slipped to the bottom of these storage boxes, but I found them just like my poetry, and now I am going to plant the gingo trees. The seeds that have been hibernating for over a decade. So in the beginning of spring I started that awakening process. These seeds are inside a hard shell that needs to be awakened, and yesterday I pulled one of the 6 seeds I have, since I want to experiment with different seedling processes just to diversify the risk. And looks good so far. The hard shell had been softened so I could pinch my nails are in blueberries, by the way, so I could pinch it open, and there inside, surprise surprise, was an orange, bright orange seed. And I took a picture actually casually yesterday of it on top of this diary poetry book. There it is, and there's the poetry transcribing it. So we are about to see. There's even more light in the picture. We are about to see a revelation, a poetic revelation for this upcoming transcribed, translated poetry diary book. All that was an independent work of mine after my language studies in the fourth language. And the work began in the early spring to catch up to the full speed, although I was writing throughout the end of my studies. I was writing this. I had this idea already in 2012. I had this idea that I gotta buy a couple of these diary books where I can write poetry in the language. Not as in studies, but as in my thought stream. So, and I would definitely say that the language, the particle language, in which you write or think, it brings an additional nuance to it, or it has those nuances that you are able to highlight in way or another. And that is what is so magnificent about translating and kind of rediscovering this epoch of poetry of mine, since it is as if I am entering into an ethereal, timeless space where I kind of teleport right back to the time 12 years ago, but simultaneously feels like I could be in that world today within those thoughts, as if time didn't consume itself at all. although the span of 12 years in between, that would be a whole story of its own. I could write a long brick, scribe a long brick on it. But instead, we jump and hop in to the time that happened 12 years ago, but as if it's so self-effacedly what I stand for today at ease. Those thoughts and themes that are represented through the metaphorical allegories of garden and shore and nature. Those have always been the essence of what and who and where I am. With these spontaneous thoughts, gotta eat some morning breakfast before we leave in 40 minutes at around 11 a.m. And a quick look at IG, we got within the stories, we got actually a couple rare appearances. At the we got there is a shoreside, a patch of forest at cottage, it says, and grilling. Wow. Along the shoreside. And yes, there's a swing, and she's there, I guess, inspecting the nature or gathering some strawberries from there. All good, all good. These are the most essential compilations of Finnish summer, indeed. Alright, that's a couple minutes of stories. Shout out to everybody. Previously I posted the IG story of our Tuesday, was it Tuesday piece? Didn't actually check out who checked it in, but people have been quietly ruminating the serene nature in my IG posts. I mean, 500 views, but only mere several likes. That's all. That's all cool. The most important part is that you are enjoying the nature. I mean, through the pictures, everybody can see these rare glimpses of a rabbit, a yellow bird, and the white-tailed deer fam collide together in peaceful manner, and whooper swans and northern lapwings in peaceful manner together. What else would be inspiring about peace than nature itself, able to live alongside each other? Not a squeak, not a tussle, just peaceful rumination. Because there is a lot to share for everybody. There is enough seeds in the field for everybody. There is enough fish in the sea and in the ocean. Thereby, be human and imbue yourself with this serenity in the nature. Although there is both sides of it, but we get these glimpses that, hey, there is this quiet assurance that nature grows, so shall we. And with these thoughts, likewise, I have been not even having enough time to speak about all the peaceful occasions, like the same Whooper Swan family of the brood of 7. They have come total of 3 times to visit me at the pier of the shallow lake. Total of 3 times, and I have been next to them, photographing the family portrait in peace, as if they knew that now, when that blonde man is on the shore, it's time to go in, it's time to dive in. He will assure the peacefulness of the proximate nature, and not even the mute swan that will definitely come approach and fly in nearby, but even that it's okay, because yeah, we all come along. Along that serene vibe. But all good. I'm looking forward to that sizzling hot another day, like it was yesterday. I, after some literate work, throughout afternoon I went to the beach Oita at 6 p.m. and met a fresh friend of mine with whom I have played, Ali, with whom I have played for at least 3 years beach volleyball. But we are going to gather blueberries tomorrow together. Think about that. So now we are going to the nature together after noon. That was arranged yesterday, and then we played good matches. Was there 3 or 4 teams? We rotated the teams, and the winner continues, and so forth. All teams, all good. At the field number 1 upwards.